Hey, this is just a quick little video on how to send out a message to students using TotalView Action. The big key to using TotalView Action and sending out a group of emails or a group of information to students is getting the ID numbers and identifying which kids you want to send the information to. For this example, I'm going to use the high school tracker and I'm going to grab my ID numbers from there. So in this particular case, I am actually grabbing the ID numbers from the 0 to 9 bucket for one of the courses in our school. So to do that, what I will do is I simply use a tracker and use my slicers to get to my 0 to 9 group of kids. Now the key is I need to get their ID numbers in order to actually send the messages to these kids. So to get those ID numbers, I'm going to click on this AI plus sign right above the AI. That's where the ID numbers are hidden. You'll see on column A, the ID numbers are connected to names, which isn't going to quite get us where we need to go. So I'm going to click on the AI right here. And now I actually see the ID numbers appearing here in the column AD. So just expanding AI allows me to view column AD, which contains these ID numbers. So to get these ID numbers, I'm simply going to click here in column AD. And to select all of the ID numbers, I'm simply going to click and drag. The key in clicking and dragging in Excel is you want to make sure when you're trying to select ID numbers that you always have this white plus sign. If you come over here to the corner and get the black plus sign, you're no longer selecting, you're now copying information. So you want to select. So you want to make sure we get that white plus sign. The best way to get that is put your mouse cursor right in the middle of the data set. And we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the data set. So now I've got all of my ID numbers. Now that I have my ID numbers, I need to copy them to my clipboard. So you either can do that by doing Control C, or I can right click and choose copy. Awesome. ID numbers acquired. You're going to get your ID numbers from a variety of sources, from an export from the online, OLS, not the online high school, because those ID numbers don't work. But from the OLS, there's an export to get content numbers. You can also look in the teacher guide for a demographics tool on how to utilize that piece. There's also a mechanism for getting the ID numbers out of TotalView, but you have to kind of do it a different way. It's a little trickier unless you're doing homeroom, because you can use it from the homeroom report card tool as well. So anyway, I got my ID numbers. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. The next step is to go to TotalView Action. So I'm going to go to TotalView School. I'm going to click over here under Quick Links, and I'm going to choose TotalView Action. This will open up a new tab. And once I'm in TotalView Action, all I need to do now is click here in the ID box. I'm going to right click and choose Paste. This is going to paste all those ID numbers inside of my TotalView Action window. Now that those ID numbers are pasted, again, all I want to do is send messages, right? So all I need to do now is just click on Search. This is going to actually query all of these kids. You may find that it's going to tell you, yep, this kid wasn't found. That means that student's been withdrawn from the school or is no longer assigned to your classes. So now all I need to do is, now that I have my data sheet populated, how am I going to send my emails? To send emails or take any action against any student on this list, you have to first tell TotalView which kids you want to do it for. I want to do it for all kids that I've actually sent it. So I'm going to actually click this little checkbox here on the top left-hand corner of the table. This is going to select every kid in the list. Now that I have all the kids selected, I can now come over here to the what I call the Big Mac button. Looks like a Big Mac sandwich, right? With the 3 buns. Go over here on the right-hand side of the Big Mac button, and I'm going to choose Send New Mail. When I choose Send New Mail, this will actually open a new window that will automatically send a message to all of these students. So now TotalView is going to go in and compose a new email with all of the students' names presented here in the email list. I just fill out my email information, identify what it's going to look like, and I can hit send. Another really cool tip, if you want to personalize a message to the student, you actually can use this View Users Guide, and there's actually mail merge codes you can actually use from TotalView. So let's say I wanted to make sure I included the first name. I simply can click this copy button, go back to my email window, and I can paste it. Oops, let's try this again. Paste. And now I have the student's first name in the message. That's it, guys. Once you got your message done, you hit send, and you're ready to rock and roll.